Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. I, Mehek Dhiman, your host for the day, would like to welcome you all. Ed Talks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the day is effective methods to encourage cooperation from children in classrooms, and to express her viewpoints on the same, we have with us Miss Aparna Gautam ma'am, principal of St. John's School, Faridabad. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Mike.
How are you doing, ma'am? It's so great to have you here on board with us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank
Nice
you so
meeting
much,
you too.
ma'am. So, ma'am, let's start off with the session, ma'am, shall we?
Please do.
So, ma'am, firstly, what in your opinion is the most effective way to teach children to cooperate, first of all?
I feel that from the formative years, if we inculcate the higher order thinking skills and some attributes like compassion, empathy, unconditional love, which we can do by small little things, which can be done in the classroom atmosphere, in the school premises, sometimes, taking children to orphanages and sometimes engaging them in, social activities. For example, helping others. For example, sharing their old clothes, old books with the needy. If we conduct such activities inside the school or outside the premises, where children have more of interaction with others who are in need, and they generously, selflessly, they do things for others, where they get the taste of, being good to others, where they get the taste of caring and sharing with somebody and yet feeling fulfilled. And elders, if they just create such opportunities, if they engage them in such activities, such things on its own, they blossom in children, because actually it is their innate quality. Every child is born divine. Depends how we nurture them, depends what atmosphere is in school and at home. Yes, Mac.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very wonderfully explained. Moving forward, ma'am, what are some of the ways that a teacher can achieve a good cooperation from the students in the classroom?
Yeah. See, there is something called individual differences. If a teacher is empathetic, if a teacher understands the individual differences amongst the children in one's class and has the heart and intellect to address those differences without making the children feel that they are being treated differently. It's an art which not only a teacher, even a parent has to inculcate, because both go hand in hand, parenting and teaching. So it's sometimes it's role reversal also. A parent teaches all the time at home, and a teacher parents a child all the time in school. So if the teacher has empathy with the children, and same thing they can inculcate among students also. Like if the children have empathy for each other and empathy even for the teacher, when if you have good interpersonal skills, and if you understand that every child needs to be attended differently, needs to be understood differently, and needs to be respected as the child is, then slowly and gradually that bond develops, where the empathy is mutual between the children and between even the teacher and the child.
Absolutely, ma'am. And so we were just talking about, the students in the classroom. How can we promote cooperation among them? So what about, the kids who are in childcare, ma'am? How can, what are some of the ways that you can actually encourage cooperation among them?
Yes. You see, during the formative years, a child looks forward to his elders, because he looks for the role models. And formative years are not only up till the age of the classes third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. It goes on and on. So amongst the children, if we develop such projects where children take care of each other, each other. And where a child, for example, if we have medicine burdensome in school, students' council is engaged, even in nurturing the juniors. If that kind of atmosphere is developed in the school, in the classes, if group activities are done in the classroom itself, where the children, if, for example, if a child is in mathematics, could be group leader for mathematics for 5 children. If 4 children are good at, for example, English, they can, they can be given those children who are average or below average, wherein the children, they work together to develop and come to certain level, helping each other.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very wonderfully explained. So, indeed, every child is different. Every child has their own needs that needs to be, fulfilled by the teacher itself only. So, moving. Lastly, ma'am, why do you think teaching this cooperation among students, or let's say the kids among childcare? Why is it essential? Why do you think it's important?
Yeah. See, during school years, a child is informative years and is of impressionable age. Whatever, even if you see a lot of psycho thrillers, you're a person who likes movies, you would see that the roots of every good act or a bad act is in the childhood. If a child was bullied in the formative years, many a times child oneself becomes an abuser. So formative years are very important. If during the school years, during the formative age, if a child is given proper value system, is strengthened, is made strong mentally, then I think all the faculties of a child and its personality will bloom. And you see, when the IQ is developing during formative years, we all know that IQ develops and it keeps increasing if nurtured properly. So, along with IQ, spiritual quotient and emotional quotient also need to be nurtured. So, if such activities are properly planned, very sensitively and sensibly designed, and they are executed properly, effectively, then of course the child will be a wholesome personality. He'll be able to handle stress. He'll be able to handle responsibility. He will be able to respect others. He will develop compassion. He will be a contributing member to the society.
Indeed, ma'am.
Yes, Meg.
And ma'am, you were just mentioning that cooperation is this is something that a parent should also know. So, what are some of the some of the ways? Could you tell us so that a parent can also encourage cooperation among their children?
Yes, it is very important, especially Mehak, during the these times, during pandemic and even after pandemic. What we are seeing, parenting is one which many a parents need to, evolve and develop with the help of school, because we understood there was a time when we all thought, okay, now it's the era of homeschooling and schools will become obsolete or obsolescent. But moment the students came offline and they started coming to the school premises, we all saw the difference. And parents are very, very vocal about it. They also realize that schools are very much essential. And why? Because there are certain skills which a teacher has or has been trained during their, when they do their B.Ed or M.Ed. These are skills. Some skills are innate and some are acquired. So parents need to learn a couple of things from school, for which school should take initiative of counseling parents, of having more interaction with parents, and schools should be very open to the parents to that extent where a parent feels comfortable, bearing one's soul and telling the truth about one's own child, or the atmosphere at home or the problems they are facing at home, because then only there will be a connect between the school, the parent, and the child, because the parent knows those layers of the child which school sometimes doesn't know, and sometimes school knows the reality of children which parents do not know, and when they join hands, then the child is healed. I would not say any child is bad. He or she never is. There are some communication gaps. There are some gaps in addressing the child's problems, in understanding the child. And if all those things are addressed, every child can be healed. And so the society can also be nourished and nurtured. Yes, Meg.
Absolutely, Aparna ma'am. Thank you so much. You were just mentioning that, the challenges. So there are a lot of challenges, after the pandemic ended and the schools reopened. The educators are facing, the students are facing, the parents are facing. And yes, very well said, ma'am. The communication gap that needs to be filled among the parents and the teachers. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Yeah,
So coming to the challenges, I would like to just say one
sure,
more
ma'am.
thing, Meg, that parents need to trust the inputs given by the schools, and schools need to understand where the parent is finding oneself helpless, because this is one thing which has really come to our notice, that parents are very much helpless in front of their own children now. The biggest problem of every parent, or most of the parents, is handling one's own child in this era where internet is everywhere accessible, and child has mobile in hand, and parent is not able to let the child keep his mobile somewhere else. So
Absolutely,
thank you,
ma'am.
Mahek.
Thank
Thank you
you so
so
much, ma'am.
much.
And ma'am, lastly, is there anything you'd like to, let's say, for the students also, for the children also, about cooperation? Would you like to tell them something?
Yes, it is very important. You see, any field and every field uh, demands cooperation. This ability to cooperate and work as a team member is more important, I think, than becoming a leader.
Yeah.
There are some people who are very good leaders. Even a narcissist can be a good leader,
Yeah.
but cannot be a good team member. So it's not important for the individual, it is very important for the society to nurture this ability to become a good team member, a good team player, to cooperate, to to have that hunger for recognition, but a collective recognition, collective joy, collective good. This being of this feeling of being connected and collective, it needs to be nurtured from the school, from home, and all the times, because it is important for the society to exist, to for us to remain civilized.
Thank you so much, Aparna ma'am, again for being here today. It was wonderful
Thank
having you
you.
here on board with us.
Same here. Honored. Thank you. Thank you, Mahak.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Adhar.
ma'am. And for all the viewers watching us out, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.